What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? In this video, we're going to start our month-long review of these fingerboard wheels. And what we're doing is trying to produce similar content to what Bend Gross produces. We're trying to do it for fingerboard products. And I started I figured the most essential part would be the wheels, because decks, there's so many of them. People make them in so many different ways that trying to buy every person's deck from every state and every shape and size, it would get way too much. So we're going to start with wheels, and the way I decided wheels was alphabetically, but there were a couple companies that I didn't have anybody recommend. I didn't know to look for. So we're going to start with Blistered Fingers. I don't know if you can see that. I didn't get one of their color drops. I got one of the white conical fulls. So we're going to go ahead and open this up, and I'll speed through this so you don't have to watch it. These out, and there they are. Blistered, bone white conical fulls. They're very similar in size to what I'm writing out, which I believe these are teak wheels. I got them in a trade, but I don't actually know if they're teak wheels, but that's fine. So a couple of the specs of these, I emailed them. It took a couple days for it to get back, but I get it. They just had a drop and everything. So they said that they are a 60D hardness. They are a ABEC 9 bearing with functional bearing lock mechanical system. And then the weight we'll get into. Let me go ahead and open these up. And there you go. They are right at 0.04 ounces. So my board without the wheels, with my teak wheels right here, is at 39 ounces. So as you can see, once I put the wheels on there, it went from 39 to 42 ounces. So it added 3 ounces to my board. Alright, so we're back outside, and what we're going to do now is try a blunt slide on this recycled ramps bench that I use all the time. So the screech is there for sure, and it's got almost like a deep screech. Now we're going to try a power slide. We're going to try a no slide. The no slide, I don't think the wheels are big enough to hit before the truck. Doesn't seem like they are. So one more of each. So it's got kind of a deeper pitch in my opinion, but they are still very grippy on this material. So now we're going to switch to our arc ramps right here. And it's got a bent section. So we're going to try the same test on this, but we're going to blunt slide it here and then do the power slide up here. Let me make sure my front camera's turned back on. Oh, that's interesting. It's a very different. It almost doesn't screech at all. So what I did there is push down on it to make it screech. But if you're doing stuff at a very light level, it doesn't seem to screech at all. So now we're going to power slide up top. Yeah, it's like a much lighter screech on this material. I think maybe it's a different wood or a different code or something. So that's the arc ramps and the recycled ramps. Alright, so you guys are at a slightly different angle now because of how massive this is compared to everything else I have. So the first thing we're going to do is try a blunt slide on the bricks. It grips. You can feel it when you kind of lean into it more, that the wheels are gripping the wood or the brick or whatever, but it doesn't make a sound, right? So on this one, I'm angling it to where I'm hitting the wood. And if I come back to here, it's still just hitting truck. So now what we're gonna do is ollie and power slide on it. Huh. It's like a subdued screech on this. Do you hear that? That's very odd. So we're gonna try this wood that's been, or this brick up here that's got metal on it to see if that changes anything. Doesn't seem to. Yeah, it's got a very interesting kind of subdued sound to it on this. Maybe it's because it's more hollow inside. Maybe that's what's doing it. But so now we're going to set the cheese and crackers mini ramp up and just record a couple of the sounds on it. Alright, so now we got the cheese and crackers mini ramp set up. I'm going to do just a little mini run on it. I just want to say that is very smooth on this. And as you can tell, I don't know if you can hear it, but I can. Let me get you a little bit closer. It still picks up all the little cracks in the ramp, but it doesn't seem to screech on plastic. And it gets incredibly ungrippy on these stickers here, so. They're crazy looking. Kind of almost forward. Alright, so we're ending this video. Let me move this back a little bit on the blistered fingerboard wheels. These wheels have been incredibly durable. I put them through all sorts of not specific testing, as in like trying to punish them. But if you saw the last clip, I did do some pretty gnarly stuff on them for, you know, what a fingerboard is. And what we're going to do now is go over a little bit of the criteria that I have here. And talk about it now that we are a full month out from the review. In fact, we might be a month and a day away. So I did a little bit of smoothness testing and a little bit of grip testing on several different materials earlier in the video. So now we're going to go into some of the cons of these, or some of the pros of these wheels. I'm sorry. They lock in very, very well, even on round ledges. I think that's because of the size and the shape, the conical shape. They're very good for locking into pretty much anything. On top of that, because of how tall they are, they give a very, very good pop feel, especially when you pair them with a taller truck and a taller kick. They have a very poppy feel to them. They're still very smooth, even a month after using them. Having them outside, filming a lot of street footage for a street part, they're still fairly smooth. I actually think that they roll better now. A month in, I feel like I have broken the bearings in a little bit, because they didn't roll on their own quite this well when I first got them. They were very smooth. They aren't quite as smooth as they were a month ago, but they actually feel a little bit faster and a little bit less sticky. Another thing with these wheels, I don't really have any cons. I don't think I have any cons at all on these wheels. They held up extremely well outside. They are they're very durable. They're loud, like a fingerboard or skateboard wheel would be if you get them going fast enough. And some of the stuff that I kind of noticed is that they tend to change color like a realistic skateboard wheel, at least from using them outside. They've gotten this much darker tint to them, like a Spitfire wheel would. The shape, they seem to be shaving a little bit. I don't know if the camera will pick this up, but they do seem to be coning on the inside a little bit. We've got sound, price. They're evenly priced for what a fingerboard wheels are nowadays. Availability, Blistered Wheels Co. has all sorts of stocks all the time. They've got fingerboard wheels with like tire tread on them. They've got the white conical fulls. I think they just dropped a stock of custom wheel colors, all sorts of stuff. Customer service, I don't have anything to say with them. I didn't need customer service any. The wheels held up perfectly well. And other than that, I don't think I have anything else to say on these. If you're looking for a set of wheels that really did stand the test of being outside, for me, going to the beach, going to skate parks and being outside and casinos and whatnot, then these were a very nice and grippy, realistic fingerboard wheel. They're phenomenal products, I would say. And I would encourage anybody that wants to try something out to try these out. So the next review we have is going to be the cartwheels review. I have them sitting over there in the package, but I haven't opened them yet. I'll probably do that Monday. This is being recorded on a Friday night before I have to go record a skate contest tomorrow. So my weekend's going to be fairly busy, I believe. So I'll put one or two more clips up after this, but overall, these are a very solid wheel. The bearings seem to be very nice, very protected. The sound's there. One of the things I did notice is that